Thousands of people living along the Texas coast reeling from the storm tonight, and it is far from over for those living in its direct path. Our team coverage begins in Corpus Christi with Channel 2's Michael Lepardi joining us live there tonight.
And Michael, you were in the thick of that storm earlier. How are the conditions out there tonight, bud?
Hey guys, things actually ended up getting kind of bad later on into the evening, which you'll notice that I'm actually standing under the overhang of our hotel, but you can still see how windy it is. And the reason we moved here was because there was a tornado warning immediately north of us that may have actually expired in the last minute or so. But my photographer reported that he saw the sky turn green at one point, and we decided for safety to take cover for that moment. So as you can see, even though a good chunk of the storm has now moved over land, we're still not in the clear yet.
Hurricane Hanna is moving across the southern part of Texas and leaving a mark. New video out of Port Mansfield shows a structure left in pieces and debris scattered along this road. And near Corpus Christi, first responders say part of the Bob Hall Pier, a well-known fishing spot, collapsed. Based on what he's seen so far, Mike Garcia and his family think things could have been worse.
It would have really hit hard here.
The center of the storm ended up south of the city.
This one's like only a category 1, and it's still not a direct hit, so it's just basically just getting rain and wind and a little bit of flooding.
That flooding included this road. Earlier in the day, we drove down here and spoke with John Garcia.
I was here for Celia, which if you recall was really, really bad. So this is not bad compared to Celia.
For some, dealing with the storm is just part of life.
Every year, we all get ready for it because it's something that we have no control, and it's coming our way.
And from that perspective, Hurricane Hanna isn't much different.
And back live, we know that thousands of people here in this area are still without power. You can see just how windy it is. And now that we're seeing these winds kick up at night, it probably won't be until tomorrow morning that we're able to take another look and see if there's any more damage out here. Reporting live in Corpus Christi, I'm Michael Lepardi, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
All right, Michael, you guys stay safe out there. Hanna is expected to pack a punch throughout the night for those living along the south coast and the valley.
Meteorologist Justin Stapleton joins us now with the very latest track on this storm. Justin.
Yeah, good on them to get inside, too. I've been seeing 3 or 4 different tornado warnings pop up. Remember when Harvey, we saw them in Fort Bend County almost every 5 minutes. They were just bam, 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 bam. They don't generally bring them down to the ground, but enough. It's dark out. They made the right move for sure. So hopefully they'll stay safe, and you will as well. If you have friends, family, connect them down there as well. 75-mile-an-hour winds, 10 o'clock advisory, gusting to 90, moving west-southwest at 9 miles an hour. So it is now an inland storm. It is going to be a rainmaker. That is where we're going to transition after that. Live look right now. There was that tornado warning Michael was talking about. One expired. If we jump in a little tighter, there's another one, and this is the same thing we saw with Harvey, as I mentioned before. These bands, as they get moving inland there from Sinton, they just kind of curl around. You get that extra little uplift and spin in the atmosphere, and that's why you get those tornado warnings. So pretty good fetch of moisture coming right at Corpus Christi, too, and there is still some storm surge pushing into the bay. Meanwhile, the big story, I think, for the rest of the night tonight and tomorrow for folks in the valley is going to be the torrential, life-threatening flash flooding that's going on. Flash flood warnings from Harlingen up to Raymondville, over toward Port Mansfield. This is going to continue to push its way into the inner valley, and this is going to be 12 hours of heavy rain. In fact, just the last 12 hours, we've been seeing upwards of anywhere from 7, 8, 9 inches of rain just offshore. Onshore, anywhere from around 4 to 7. Because it's tropical in nature, you could probably add an additional 2 to 3 inches from that. Now, meanwhile, we have actually seen things quiet down. We've got one little cluster there south of Bay City, but that's about it. These outer bands have really kind of quieted down. However, the coastal flood warning is still in effect. High tide for early tomorrow morning will be enhanced by a little bit of extra push, where we could see an upwards of 1 to 2 inches above high tide. Keep that in mind if you're in some of those tighter inlet areas around the ship channel, for example. We'll also keep the rain chances fairly quiet through most of the night, but they're going to start to crank up as we head towards tomorrow. Guys, we'll talk about another round of some heavy rain for us here and what the rest of Hanna looks like as it works its way through the valley, rainfall totals, and the rest of the 10-day forecast. Lots to get to, and I'll get to it all, Sian.
All right, see you.